Hey everyone, Player Sam, welcome to the Inbox Review. Today we're going to review the brand spanking new Revell 124 Porsche 911 3.2 Coupe Model G. So this is brand new. Yes, I'm fully aware it's Porsche, but I say Porsche. So before you start correcting me, which I've had before, I'm going to call it a Porsche. So brand new kit. I saw it released about a week ago. Saw it on Amazon cheap. Thought I'd make a good review, so I went and bought it for the channel, and thought I'd have a look through. So, not opened the box, not even looked through it yet, so you're going to get my complete first impressions of everything. The box is still sealed, so let's pop in and let's see what we get. Hey everyone, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell notifications, get notified of our latest videos, give the video a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and leave a comment. I do read and appreciate every comment you guys and girls leave behind. I may not reply to them all, but they are all appreciated. And there's a link in the description of the video that takes you to a big long list of all handy videos and a lot of the products I use in my videos. You now have the chance to support the video content creation by using Patreon or the PayPal me link in the description down below. All the videos always remain free to watch. This is just your chance to help support the videos. Okay, so as I said, brand spanking new kit from Revell. Literally just come out over the last, I don't know, couple of weeks, if that. Saw it on Amazon, saw it for a good price. I think it got for £23. It's got for 28 now. Complete new tool, cheap Revell kit. I thought, you know what, it's a brand new kit, I'll make a good review, so I went out and bought it. So, 24 scale, 109 parts. It's a level 3, so it shouldn't be too technical. We've got a very fetching young couple on the front of the box in the car itself. On the back, we've got some paint call-outs at the bottom. As you can see, picture of the completed model in some of the worst metallic paint I've ever seen in my life, and some pictures of the model itself as well. So, Revell's box arts are not the best. The finished display pictures, I think they do it as more of a even mix of modelling skill. But it still looks to be a nice kit. You got all the sprue layouts there as well. And that's it. As I say, totally sealed. Not even looked in the box. Arrived through my door a couple of hours ago. So let's open it up and see what we get inside. So, as usual, look at that. This is one thing I don't like about Revell. There's the body shell. Just plonked in the end. No packaging, no wrapping at all. Right in the end of the box. If you know Revell boxes, these things aren't strong at all. They can really damage your kit. I'm just going to have a very quick inspection. Thankfully, it all looks good. So that's one thing. We've got a bag of tyres. We've got bags of interior. My God, are all these parts separate? Oh, they are. Look at this. They are fairly separate. That's quite nice for Revell. So we've got the box. Got instructions. We got about 4 million number plates on decals, so we'll save those for now. Clear parts, engine parts, tyres, and that. So we'll start with the body shell. I'll zoom in a touch for you to see. So moulding grey, silverish grey metallic plastic. It's got some pretty nasty, don't know if you can hear that, but that there, can you see that? Is really nasty, rough plastic. Now, thankfully, whatever's there, it's left a mark. It's almost as if it's glue. It's left a mark, and you can feel it and see it. So that's a bit weird. So a bit of a shame, but I think I'll go over with the old sanding sponge. I'll get rid of that. The rest of it is fairly crisply done. Panel lines aren't too bad. There's a lot of marks to the body. This is the downside to not having it packaged in anything. Round the back to the boot lid, engine compartment. You know what? Other than that, it doesn't look too bad. So it could definitely do with some protective packaging. It's just got the horrendous US bumpers on it. I think it has, hasn't it? The massive parking lot bumpers, whatever the hell they're called. Overall, the body doesn't look bad. We've got some seam lines here with very, very faint ones. Can only really see them on the front wing, fender, wherever you want to call it. But overall, that body doesn't look too bad. Like I say, That's annoying because that looks like literally like something's been spilled on that. But overall, I think the body shell, it does not too bad. Clean it up, de-seam it, get rid of all the rough bits of flash from on the bottom of the body, which you always get on kits, and give it a go over with your particular keying sponge, and I think it'll be good to go for primer. So, yeah, not the best, not the worst, just one of those. Nice to see stuff bagged up a bit more separately. These are all usually just lobbed in one bag, so it's nice to see it actually in kind of separate bags. Double bag, 2 sprues per bag. We've got the chassis right here with the Revell logo and the 2021 marking inside. So it's a brand new kit. Bit of detail underneath the chassis. Nothing amazing, but a little bit of detail there. We've got some parts over here. Looks like the air filter box. Looks like the bulkhead for the engine, seat backs and what have you. Parts of the suspension, the bumper overriders. Not much to look at here at all moulded nicely, no flash. Really crisp, actually. Very crisply moulded, I'll give it that. That isn't bad at all. So, yeah, no problems there. Nothing really interesting to look at. A bit of texture on the air cleaner. Some texture on the underneath of the car, so you can paint that. You can weather it should you wish, but that'll be kept new. A bit of texture on this panel here. But, yeah, nothing really all that interesting to look at there. Then we've got the interior. Subframe, door cards. They've got some quite nice detail on them, to be fair. Yeah, they're quite good. Then we've got, let's have a look, handbrake, door handles, steering, drive shafts, interior mirror, possibly lights, mass airflow sensor, it looks like it, the airflow meter, the gear stick, steering column, window wipers. Yeah, do you know what? The detail isn't that bad. It's crisp. There's no flash on there at all. It's actually good for Revell. That's actually quite nice. Quite impressed by that. Detail on door cards is good. Once you paint it up in detail, that looks good. Subframe, detail's good. Mass airflow sensor looks just like one, so that looks good to me. Gear stick. Window wipers are a little bit, I don't know, overscale, they kind of look to me, a little bit thick, but you can always replace those if you're clever enough. Door handles look good, so yeah, good sprue there. That looks pretty interesting. Got the rest of the interior parts. So we've got a left and a right hand dashboard. I do love this when you get this option. That just shows, yeah, care from the company. So left or right hand. Typical Porsche instrument pinnacles there. If you've seen a Porsche, you know exactly what I mean. Really nice stereotypical Porsche seats. They look really good. Center console for your gear stick. Really nice. I am very impressed with not only the moulding, but the quality of the plastic. I mean, it's not quite up there with Tamiya. But for Revell, that is really nice plastic. Yeah, that is really good. Very, very crisp. All the little details, if I can get the camera to focus on the dashboard, are really, really good. Very nice. I'm really impressed by that. The seats look good. The moulding's really, really nice. Very, very good. So, yeah, Revell might have upped their game a little bit. If it wasn't for that body shell, so far we'd be doing well. It's a real shame there. Could be a one-off. Let me know if you've got the kit. Let me know what your body shell is like. Does it have that annoying mark? Rear seats, again, stereotypical rear seats, I suppose you call them, in the back of a Porsche. Not much room in there. The bolster as well. Steering wheel, Porsche steering wheel, synonymous with Porsche. That steering wheel, auxiliary belt, another part, no idea what that is. Again, beautifully moulded, really nice high quality plastic. That's looking good, no flash. Really well done. Little wisps on the steering wheel on the inside. Other than that, really good. Very, very nice. Last bag of actual coloured plastic parts, and this looks to be front rear bumper. Iconic Porsche wheels, which actually look really good. They're not bad at all. Liking those. Crisply moulded. Nice detail on them. They look really nice. Then we've got the engine cover. We've got the front and rear bumper. We've got the headlight buckets. Now, we've got two different ones there. So I assume nothing. And we're waiting to look at the instructions. Wing mirrors there as well. And it looks to be like an over bumper for the rear bumper on it. So again, crispy moulded. Engine cover's quite nice. You can see through the louvers. They're actually really good, actually. That is actually really good. Look how fine that moulding is there. You got the typical plastic marbling, which has no detrimental effect at all. That is pretty damn good. Not a wisp of flash in there either. Really good. Bumpers look good. Yeah, mirrors look good. Just, yeah, very, very good. Quite impressed so far. Engine. So, is this going to be a... What have we got here? This is a flat. I can never keep up to speed on Porsches. I'm useless with what we've got in there. And there's no info in there, so I won't even guess. But I think it's a 3.2. I'm going to guess it's, let me have a look. The typical engine, isn't it? It is. Is it a flat 6? A boxer 6? What are they called on this? I forget. I'm sure I get dozens of people in the chat going, it's this, it's that. Thank you for those that answer me. Brake discs, calipers, not the nicest. But probably applicable to the car. Engine parts. Exhaust system. Beautifully moulded. Honestly, this is really good. The end of the engine there. Loads of detail on there as well. It's beautiful. It's really, really nice. Transmission. Again, look at the detail. That is fantastic. So I'm a big fan of the 934 Porsche that Revell does. They do the Jägermeister, the Valiant, and the Martini. I've built the Valiant. I've got the other two in the stash. They are great kits, really nice. And this is like a incarnation of them. But this looks better. This looks better molded, crisper, nicer plastic. It's like in between that kit and this, Revell's up their game because that's just super, super nice detail. That's really good. I am quite impressed by that, to be honest. So, if you know me, you know my reviews. There's one thing I always say, make or breaks a kit. Number one, don't use staples. Well done, Revell. Well done. Use sellotape because you can see the back up. Is the glass. I'm going to be very careful pulling this out. And we're just going to grab them. They are closed together, which is a shame. And it's instantly let down by the glass. Which is a shame. So we got massive amounts of distortion. See it there, the rippling on the glass? That's a shame. That's a real shame. It's a hard thing to get right, though. The glass is difficult. And to be honest, once you've got it in, you're not going to notice it all that much. All the other parts are good. The lights are good. The rear iconic Porsche lights are good. So other than that, it's just a clear plastic. It's got like the waves going through it. You can see it there. It's like the light to go across it. There you go. So you see it's not optically clear. As you'll know, if I normally have like a Tamiya glass and I bring that up, it doesn't magnify my bench at all. Whereas there it is. So that is a shame, but it's just one of those things. Same on the rear glass. Yeah, it is. It's not as bad. Oh no, it is. It is as bad. Sorry. It is. You can see there the optical. It's just not there. But it's a £23 brand new neutral kit. It's got a full engine in it. And it looks alright so far. So sometimes you just got to let some things slide. And I think the likes of this glass, this is one of those things. Side parts. See, the side's not as bad. It's not as wavy. It is a little bit on these front quarter windows, but the rest of it isn't too bad. But the rear and front windscreen are particularly nice. You can see all the imperfections on the edge as I catch the light here. You see it catch. But it's not the end of the world. Once the glass is in, yeah, you've got to catch it. If you put it over there like that at arm's length and angle it, you can't see it anyway. It's only when you start looking really close you're going to notice it. So, is it the end of the world? No. Should it be better? Yes. Is it? No. So that means it's tough. Get on with it. Suck it up. Build the kit. And enjoy a cheap Revell U-Tool. So tyres, I'm going to grab one. They are no manufacturer on them, which is always a shame. It's always nice to see manufacturer detail on there. Nothing on both sides, but the tread looks good. And there's no annoying seam through the middle, which is really good. So, yeah, it'd be nice to get a manufacturer name on it. Obviously, it's going to cost Revell more money, but it would be nice to see it. And I'm not sure on these wheels either in the centre. They're a bit iffy. Yeah, not sure about them. I think I prefer the other wheels in the on the plastic. These are dramatic gap for somebody to chat to go, that's not the wheels. That's the insert for the rubber. But yeah, other than manufacturer's marks on that, they'd be perfect. They'd be really, really good. Right then, instructions and decals. Let's have a look at the decals first, because I don't think there's enough number plates here, to be honest. There's only one or two. A dozen. So, printed in Italy. Okay, so I'll tell you right away, these will go on with no bother whatsoever. I like Germany Revell's decals. Very rarely have any trouble with them whatsoever on the cars. So we've got speaker grills, we've got loads of instruments, we've got the radio, and it looks like a graphic equalizer there as well, number 17 and 18. We've got a center console, we've got some Porsche logos, Carrera, and then just a few number plates. Are there any UK ones? Yes, we have. B911 BLV. Very nice. So you got them from all over the world there by the look of it. Porsche logos. Everything looks good. It's all, let's have a look. It's all pretty much in register. You can kind of read most of the small text. You can read all the Porsche logos. I can see the dial details. You have no problem with these. I've used these decals before, and they've always gone down really, really well. They're quite thin. You've got to be careful, and if you've got a strong colour, say if you was painting this red and you start sticking the white decals on, you might want to put a barrier coat down. But I've never had any real trouble with them before, so I don't think that would give you any real bother. We've got some safety advice in there, which we're not really bothered about, are we? Because we don't follow safety. So yeah, just play with your knives, whatever you do. So we've got the Revell instructions, the brand new ones, which are really, really good. You've got some do's and don'ts here, so don't read the instruction book. Look at numbers. Elastic bands are good. H2O and soap, you don't need to do that. You really don't need to wash your models anymore. Honestly, you don't. Get it all prepped. Wipe over some UMP airbrush cleaner. You're all good. Stir your paint. We've been here before. You've got to stir your paint clockwise. It has to be clockwise. And you've got to look at the 15. All right? Clockwise. Remember, stir your paint clockwise. Brush it on. Use a knife to scrape the paint off for some reason when you're gluing. Magnifying glass on steering wheels. Again, a necessity. Have to use a magnifying glass on your steering wheels. It has to be done. Don't paint your parts on the sprue. That's a tip from me. You'll paint it all. It'll look great. You cut it off. You got to touch it up. It looks terrible. Don't do that. Cut them up. Clean them off. Mount them on cutter sticks like I do in my videos. You'll be much better. Decals. Decal number 1, exclamation mark. So be careful with number 1. Don't worry about the rest of them. Just be careful with number 1. 10 seconds in 30 degree, which is 86 Fahrenheit water. Very specific, that one, so be careful. And rip out the backing paper off the decal beforehand. And then sit at your computer really confused, thinking, what the hell is going on? Why am I stirring my paint counterclockwise? and I put my decals in the water for 12 seconds at 35 degrees C, and now I've grown a pumpkin on my shoulder. So, God who knows what's going on. Loads of legends here: glue, don't glue, paint, steer clockwise, look confused, tepid water, so on and so forth. Return to sender. So if you're not happy, send it back. And then more things on burning stuff. We all like burning stuff, don't we? Decal stuff, don't use that, it's rubbish, and don't use contactor clear. Oh, the contactor clear is not too bad. I think I've used that before. And then the most confusing thing Revell does is paint codes which change with every single model. So, Revell, if you're watching, which I doubt, instead of putting A, B, C, put 99. Put the colour. Put the colour there. It's so much easier than having to mess around with this thing all the time to figure out what the hell you're doing with your paints. It is. It's really confusing. Put the paint code there. Just do it. It's easier. Trust me. It's much easier. More paints there, and then mixing. You've got to use a turkey base there, or 2, with 19 drops times 1. Good luck with that one. And then we've got sprue layouts here, and then customer service in case your cat eats one and poos it out, or you might stick a tar up your nose or another orifice and get stuck. You can contact Revell and get the parts back, or you can wait patiently and see if you can get it back yourself. If you do get it back, make sure you rinse it off under a fresh tap of water, and maybe give it a sanitize as well. Right, so Revell updated the instructions a few years back. They're actually really good now. The only thing I don't like is the colour callouts, because you got to keep going back and forth to figure out what the bloody hell they are. I've built a different version of this kit, and it went together with no problem whatsoever. So it's going to be along the same kind of lines to a degree. And these instructions are great. They're like colour CAD drawn in, so they're just brilliant. They really are good. Always said Tammy with industry standard instructions, and they are, because they're very good. These are absolutely brilliant. They're very, very clear, very concise. I really do like these instructions. They are like an infinite improvement of the old Revell instructions. It's basically like a black and white photocopy. We had to guess where most things went. So, well done to Revell for seeing things, changing them, and obviously they changed their manufacturing process a little bit, because that moulding on that kit's fantastic. It really is. And I know I've reviewed the other Porsche Revell on the channel somewhere, so you go and have a look. You can compare them side by side. But again, nice clear instructions all the way across. Tells you what your decals are needed. You've got your legends here, so shed a tear, mop the floor, put a star in a bit of water, things like that. Ooh, painting red, brown. I don't know what the hell colour is that. J. What kind of is Winganoo bat? Ooh, purple silk red matte. I'll pass, thanks. It was very fitting for the car. I'm not painting that colour. Ah, they were seatbelts. That's what they were. I was looking at those, thinking what they were. They're the seatbelt plugins things. Click thing. If you got left-hand drive, go drill some holes. Right-hand drive, same. Assembling your seats, door cards, instrument panel, or your decals on there as well. So pay attention if you're on left or right-hand drive. Make sure you use the correct side of the instructions. Same here as well. Only left hand, only right hand. Getting the body, interior, and chassis all on. You've got more holes to drill. Don't glue the boot lid on, of course. These horrendous bumpers, which are a bit of a nightmare. Glue only here. Do not use too much glue. Wait. What? We're gluing the wheels in? Never seen that before. Okay then. So we're actually going to glue the wheels in place. So we are as well. Look at that. Yeah. Polycaps, Revell. Polycaps. Come on, you can do it. Windows going from the outside. I like that, but I don't. I think they're better going from the inside. I think it's a cleaner look. Wing mirrors, window wipers, and then side, rear, and front profiles of the car itself. It's a pretty Porsche. A little bit ruined by these horrendous bumpers. Don't think they can be left off at all for any reason. Whether they came standard on all these, I don't know, but they do look like the US style bumpers to me a little bit. But yeah, okay. So there we go. Let's go back to maintenance. Some final thoughts. Okay then, so £23 for that kit. Yeah, that's worth that money all day long. So there's a few flaws on the kit. Revell, normally it's the glass. The glass lets them down massively, but it's a hard thing to get right. I always say all the time, it's what can make or break a kit. And it kind of breaks this one, but I think you'd be forgiven for the price of the kit. It's £23. It's a brand new tool. It's got good decals in there, good selection of decals in it. It's got a lot of detail in the kit. It looks to be pretty well molded. So the glass I can kind of let slide. Everything else looks great. The detail on the kit looks fantastic. For what it is, essentially a cheap Revell kit, it looks absolutely brilliant. What I don't like, and what has really let the kit down a bit for me, is the body shell not being packaged. It needs some form of protective packaging in the box because it's marked from where it's been rattling around in the box. You can get the marks off, and it also looks like something's been spilled on it. It looks like a solvent or something's gone on the plastic. Again, it's fixable with a bit of light sanding. It's not the end of the world, but it shouldn't happen. It's a brand new kit. It should come absolutely pristine. So, glass, mark on the body shell. Not the end of the world. If you've got the kit or you get it, can you let me know if you've got that mark on that right-hand side rear wing? It looks like a solvent spill. If they just wrapped up the body shell, even just in a bag, it would save some damage. The rubber boxes aren't the best, and they are prone to being damaged. So, yeah, that's the only thing I want to see. But for the money, £23. It's 28 now. It's gone up, unfortunately. I would give that 8 out of 10. I reckon that gets about an 8 out of 10. If it wasn't for the mark on the body, I think, yeah, I'd probably give it 9 out of 10, just for the glass letting it down a bit. It would have been, yeah, right up there. But I think for the money, that's going to be a nice kit. I'm looking forward to building that one, to be honest, as I am with all the kits I've got. So, yeah, I think it's well worth getting. Big fan of the other Porsches that Revell does, and newer tools have released over the past few years. And this is just another good one to go with the collection. It's an interesting car. It's a pretty old classic Porsche. The only thing that kind of lets it down is those big bumpers. I think it's I don't know, actually, it's a box depicting that hasn't got those bumpers on. Maybe you can do it without them. That'd be good if you can. But overall, I'd recommend this kit. I got it from Amazon. There's other places that got it in stock. We don't sell Revell at UMP, unfortunately. So shop around where you get it from. I've seen it for a lot more money, plus 30 odd pounds. I got lucky with the price and got it cheap. So there we are. Hope you like that review today. Let me know your thoughts on the kit in the comments down below. And if you'd like to support future videos, there's a Patreon me link in the description down below and a PayPal me link as well. As always, check out Natasha Scale Model Facebook page and forum, umpretail.com. Check out my Paul ISM Facebook page where all my personal modern work is shared. Check out the Live the Bench page, the Off Air Hangout group, and the GB page as well. And also check out my other YouTube channel, linked in the description down below, where I am planning to do daily live streams every day, as often as I can. Go and sub to that, and you get notified of when I go live on that as well. There we are. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I will catch you all later. Take care. Bye-bye.